Here's Lawrence. The left side completion to Jones. The Jags and the Titans, CD, they formed a pretty good rivalry here in the AFC South. It's been the Titans who have arguably, though, been the best. Big changes since these two teams last met.
And those changes you're talking about, brand new front office, brand new head coach, young quarterback, I think for sure they're on the right track. And to me, this division has a chance of being one of the more competitive ones over the next few years. There's no team right now that you would say is going to dominate in the foreseeable future.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, when you've got a kicker out there who's already missed twice, he definitely would rather have about a 30-yarder rather than one from a neighboring county.
Can we agree to just give him a pass on that one? It would have definitely been a way to turn his mood around, but instead, it's a third miss and another scoreless possession.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Here's Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a fourth down. The kick by Bass is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the
Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On third down, Robinson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down, here's Henry. First down and much more for Henry. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 41 yards.
And the Titans are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Lawrence.
Offensively here at the outset of this drive, they forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Matt Bosher now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start down at NRG Stadium as New England returns to the site of their Super Bowl 51 triumph to take on Houston. And it's the Texans who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. From there, we'll head to Washington to check out the football team at home at FedEx Field. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Jameis Winston with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. And our game has been Ryan Tannehill, who's had the hot hand in the first half. His guys have just about put this one on ice already. As for the call of the second half.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers.
And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not
right?
apologizing to you.
No.
Okay?
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen?
Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown, Titans. Adrian Peterson, 97 yards.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Football, and that might be Titan football. It is. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 8. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Oh, nice. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Titans. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. This is brought in at the 21. Wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
First down and much more for Henry. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence.
Finds the open target, Arnold. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They run. Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you. Keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Way down into Jacksonville territory. And quickly they get to the line. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. McNichols is in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football. Into the end zone, then pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 3 buzz.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, his second. The point after try for Gostkowski. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers.
And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, 5, and it's a Titans touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill.
And the Titans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive, with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Jeffrey Simmons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front...
Under pressure, they got him again.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Oh, look at the juke. $35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
They'll run it again with Henry.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 16. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. The first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Ryan Tannehill. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And this Titan offense is running away with this one. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Lawrence to Jones, first down Jacksonville. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So that's now 12 points that they've left on the field, 4 missed field goals.
Now, you and I were both hoopers, so you know it's like being a shooter in basketball. Sometimes when things go wrong, it gets in your head, and it's tough to get back on track. And that one, it never had a chance.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some.
Tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him. But how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good? They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Now Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Again, it's Lawrence. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And Lawrence will throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. And some space here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dan Arnold. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut it into this 4th quarter deficit. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Extra point try for Gostkowski. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give us a... offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. Now it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Able to avoid him at the 40. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Running from the gun with Henry. A nice little juke. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
To return, here's Agnew. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. To Chenault on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Back to throw. Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked. Because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. Time on third down.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on second down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw, Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Harold Landry in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So they're forced on 4th as this one's away. I call that a punt of 38 yards. To return, here's Agnew. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Lawrence going to give this to Robinson, draw play. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. 1st and 10. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. And they're going to speed things up here. From the 45 on 2nd down, Tannehill. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Tannehill under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. On now is the Titans punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Complete to Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. This is caught by Robinson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Lawrence going to throw again. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And here's Rodgers to return. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15. Tennessee offense set to go again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon. and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Tannehill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the... Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tennessee, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss.